fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Bowers, a deep drive to right. Back is Walker, still back, and Bowers wins. 1-0 Brewers on the 8th home run of the year by Bowers.
Well, it is a final at American Family Field, and the results again tonight are good. A 6-zip victory over the St. Louis Cardinals to take game 2 of this 3-game series. You just heard it on Brewers TV. The Brewers got on the board in that Bowers solo shot. There was a couple of big swings as well later on. But welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. And now you can go after the sweep here. The broom is available. I've got it ready to go here. Brewers reached their high water mark again of 12 games over 500 at 32-20. And that's what I mean when I talk about that 10 games over 500 early in the season. That's the first goal of a good season, getting to that 10 over, because then you dip down a little bit, you dip up a little bit, and that's exactly what the Brewers did here the last 4 games. They got the 2 losses right back from Saturday and Sunday's series against the Dodgers. And you're right back there, high water mark, 12 over, and a chance to really do some damage, get the sweep tomorrow, and then head into an off day where you can reset, get on the road down to Houston.
Tim, I am ready to say some crazy things about this Brewers team. I mean, some seriously crazy things. First of all, Kyle Harrison, I know he didn't have his strikeout stuff today, but he's going 6 shutout again now. Wow. Has a lower ERA through 10 games than CC Sabathia had through his first 10 games.
1.57 ERA after this performance.
He looks unbelievable. He looks so poised out on the mound as well. It just looks like he belongs whenever he goes out there to pitch. That's my number one. Number 2, if Garrett Mitchell is good, this team is really good, because he is on a heater right now as well. And he launched his third home run of the year as well earlier in the contest. And if those 2 guys are what we have been seeing recently out of them, yeah, this team can do a lot, Tim. This team might have, they are in the window right now. Let me just say that.
Oh, they're still in this window. You bet. You bet. And you see a couple of long balls tonight. You see some extra base hits, doubles by Contreras. That knocked in 2. Yelly had a double, part of a 3-hit game for Christian Yelich in that leadoff spot. Couple of moments in this game I thought were really, really interesting. 3rd inning against Kyle Harrison, the 8 and 9 hitters both get him for a knock. And so you're sitting there going up to the top with Weatherholt and Walker's sitting there 3rd. Herrera is in the 2 hole. You had to face those 3 hitters with 2 on and nobody out. That, to me, was a huge tipping point in the game. The other one was in the 5th inning when I don't know what Marmol was thinking about. You did see the lineup, a whole mess of lefties in the lineup for the Brewers offense. Has a right-hander, Hernandez, out there. Gruel, the left-hander, is out there. And you have Bowers, Mitchell, Rengifo, the switch, and Frelick coming up along with Hamilton, and you go with the righty? Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
We'll take that. Every day we'll take that.
Because you may have seen Pat Murphy in that 5th inning, maybe. It's still mid-game there, and he hasn't been known to do it, but you never know. If Mitchell may not have gotten in that bat right there. It might have been Perkins. I'm just kidding.
No, please.
I'm just kidding. But Bowers struck out against the right-hander. It was 2nd and 3rd. Couple of runners on, 2 in already. Just get that ball in play, and you had to get something extra in that inning. Man, Garrett Mitchell just made that decision. He made Marmol pay with that swing.
And Mitchell a drive to center. It's back. It is gone. 3-run bomb for Garrett Mitchell.
That on Brewers TV, that to me was a tipping point moment as well. And that gave them the 6-zip lead. That was part of a 5-run inning in which the Brewers sent 9 men to the plate there. They had 3 hits, 3 walks, a stolen base, and those 5 runs to go up 6-zip. Nice little 6-pack against St. Louis. That's always kind of fitting. But those moments here, and again, that's how really kind of strange baseball is. If Harrison facing the top of the lineup in that 3rd inning allows a run or 2 there, then maybe those decisions are a little bit different moving on into the 4th and 5th innings. So the Brewers do take advantage of a mistake by Marmol. I would really like to know again, you want to tune into the Cardinals post-game show and find out, because that should be the question from the press pool in the St. Louis clubhouse, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I think that's fair. We got a question coming in on the YouTube page from Vetrana, youtube.com/@WI Sports Radio. I think it's topical enough. Tim, what do we think of Mitchell at this time? Is he meeting our expectations?
I didn't know what to expect, and I don't think Pat Murphy did either. You expect a decent baseball player. I mean, that's where he was drafted. He's had a bunch of injuries. We just didn't know. How do you know? We've seen glimpses of what he can be, a multi-tool player. But if he is like this, that just is another different dimension for this team.
And imagine it now, if Garrett Mitchell is good, Tim, however, I will say this. It's kind of impossible to build your best possible lineup then.
It is.
It really, if Garrett Mitchell is good, how do you fit Vaughn and Bowers into the lineup?
I don't think you can. With Yelich the DH, Churio in left, Mitchell in center, and you could, I guess, tinker with Frelick.
You move Churio to center, move Mitchell to right. No, wait. What am I? No, Churio to right field, take Sal out, put Mitchell in center.
I would.
Bowers is in left.
I again.
I mean, they're straight platooning Vaughn and Bowers again here, and I don't see
that changing.
I don't necessarily love it.
No, but that's a great decision to have, though. That's where you want to be with those difficult daily decisions as to who they can get in that lineup. It's been working. Both Vaughn and Bowers been dynamite. And even Vaughn hasn't really gotten all the way going yet, but he's pretty solid. He is. 33,000 plus at American Family Field as you guys come on out. Were they chanting Jake Bowers late, the tarps off section?
It would only make sense for the tarps off section to be chanting Jake Bowers if that was the case. I didn't have the sound in studio, so
yeah. If you were at the game, let me know. I couldn't quite tell. I will say this also. Over the years, you guys know I don't know if I've been rough. I think I've been fair on the Brewers sound system. Okay, yeah, it's just.
This is something what you're gonna say before you poop on the Brewer sound system.
No, I'm gonna compliment them.
Oh, okay.
It appears to me that I know over the years I've said, turn it up, turn everything up, make it a madhouse in there. It appears to me on this homestand that the PA system has been louder.
Apparently, Aaron says yes. They went through the whole lineup. They were chanting. They were chanting everyone's name. They were doing a roll call on all of them, kind of like Yankee Stadium, maybe. I guess, right? Doesn't Yankee do that?
I kind of thought that I caught the Bowers one, and do they go through each player until they're acknowledged?
Yeah, that's what they do at Yankee Stadium, at least. Yeah. You know what? Tarps off. It's awesome. It is. Tim and I, we're gonna have to get a tarps off reference in here somehow. I don't know if we're gonna have to do it ourselves or if we're gonna I'm gonna do a bit, I think, tomorrow here at the station because everyone will be in studio, so stay tuned for tarps off bit tomorrow.
I think if I took my shirt off, everyone would have to put sunglasses on.
Oh yeah, you think so?
I think so, yeah. I don't really tan.
I can
shirtless.
guarantee you're more flattering with your shirt off than I am with my shirt off. So can guarantee you that. Let's go to the Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. Harley at the VA. What's going on, Harley?
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Good.
Good win as always. Anytime the Brewers win, but I got one complaint. When Uribe comes in, throws 25 pitches, walks 2 guys, and then after he strikes out the last guy, does some jerky ass dance. Come on, that I'm a Brewer fan. I mean, I am, but I hope that St. Louis Cardinal guy hits one off the scoreboard tomorrow.
You're not a crotch chop guy, Harley?
No.
No?
No.
I think that was everyone's reaction. We have a couple coming in here. Tiffany said, notable moment of the game was Uribe's controversial gesture. To be honest, it was hilarious to me, but it's not okay.
But on a serious note, you don't rub it in like that. Act like a professional. I mean, just grow up. I'm looking for help me here, Tim. I mean,
control the emotion, I think, is one thing, but control the content. If you're not going to control your emotion, which is something, Harley, with Abner Uribe and players like that, they play emotional, and I kind of like that. I do. However, you can control the content of it.
He also crotch chopped at the dugout of the St. Louis Cardinals.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, well, what's he doing? I mean, if he was a position player tomorrow, he'd get beamed.
Yeah,
he probably would.
Yeah, he would.
All right. Okay, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Harley.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, control the content part of it. I mean, we were poking fun at Pete Crow Armstrong for the content there.
Oh, yeah. By the way, the Cubs still haven't won since Pete Crow Armstrong said that.
Still 10 in a row now.
10 in a row.
All
lost.
10 back.
Maybe if he would just apologize for the actions as opposed to his choice words, then maybe they would win another game. But
so you again, 2 10-game winning streaks. No, it's only one.
Yeah.
Because you gave one back.
Just gave it right back.
I love it. They're now 4.5 back.
Ooh, they're in last.
Yeah. I mean, what did we talk about with the Cardinals? I mean, remember this series now. If the Brewers go on for some special things, we hope and probably assume they will. Remember when you did play the Cardinals, when you rattle off the gauntlet of series. Now, I think you've won 5 of your last 6. When you rattle off this run, I mean, you got to mention Padres, and you mention Yankees, and you mention Dodgers. But you have to put the Cardinals in for when they played the Cardinals. If they go on to bigger and better things, this is a series win, another series win, and a pop at the sweep tomorrow. This game, I don't know about you guys, but there were, if you're just tuning in here, there were 2 tipping points, 3rd inning, with Harrison allowing the 8 and 9 hitters aboard, nobody out, and then getting out of that facing Weatherholt, Herrera, and then Walker. But the other tipping point was the choice that Marmol made, not going with a lefty to face Bowers, Mitchell, Rengifo, Frelick, and Hamilton. So you have those in there. And again, if you mark this down as a win, when it was 6-0, I marked it down when it was 3-0. After the Contreras, I don't know about you, even right before that even. It just felt like the Brewers were in control of this game, didn't it? It just looked like the better team. The better team, clearly, are the Milwaukee Brewers.
Well, that's because Kyle Harrison was the better man on the mound. Guy's a stud. We got to talk about it.
By the way, William Contreras, that 2-run double, he didn't wait long.
First pitch.
Yep, he doesn't wait long.
Tim Allen, you are astute in your observations.
He just doesn't wait and never has. He never really has. All right, let's take your calls. Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. Brewers 6-0, take game 2 over the Cardinals. We're talking about it. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. We'll hook up with the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network next.
game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It's a final at American Family Field, and the results are good. The Brewers put up a 6-pack against the St. Louis Cardinals and shut them out 6-zip. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and another Brewers victory. They take the game in the series. They'll go after the sweep tomorrow. More on that a little bit later on. Tommy Wortz and Tim Allen talking Brewers baseball after a Brewers 6-zip win. But, I mean, conversation is going to be about Kyle Harrison, going to be about Garrett Mitchell, and they're going to be about Abner Uribe.
Oh, I was waiting for the Jake Bauers line too. But yeah, those are good. All three of those should probably be ahead of Jake. Jake deserves this.
Multi-hit game, a home run, his 8th.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And all-star chances not at 0.
Not at 0. Tim, well above 0. Be realistic.
Well, they're just not 0.
They
I'll
are
meet you there.
well above, because 290 and an 858 OPS. No one on the Brewers team can say that.
No
one.
A 2-hit game tonight, and again, his 8th home run on the season.
Terang, the only man with a higher OPS. Contreras, the only man with a higher batting average, but does not meet the threshold of 290 and 850. Either of them.
Game for Christian Yelich in that leadoff spot.
You think we're going to see that more now?
I think against right-handers, you probably are going to see that. Yeah. Because, I mean, take a look at, now you lengthen that lineup a little bit. Yelich, lefty, Churio, the righty, lefty in Terang, and then back to the righty in Contreras. That's pretty good up top. And you see it paid off a little bit with Christian Yelich here. On the Uribe thing, he's going to be emotional, guys. We saw it last year or the year before with a suspension. You remember that?
Yep.
He went at, who was it? Jose Siri?
I wouldn't remember the game, but I just vaguely remember the suspension now that you say it. But
and he went and took a swing at him, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, in the fight, yes.
And
but
ended up being suspended the following year, I think. I want to say, was it the following year where he had to sit for 4 or 6 games or whatever. He is going to play emotionally, and that part of it I agree with. Now, the content and the control of the content is where – I mean, is it entertaining to me from a personal standpoint? I mean, yeah, sure, whatever.
Sure.
But, I mean, you got to remember, Murph's not going to like it.
Oh, no.
Let's face it.
And we had a comment come in that said Murph did start walking towards him after he got back in the dugout. Like, Murph was all over it. He definitely was like, yo, that don't fly here. That's not how we are. But I think, again, from your perspective, what you're saying there, Tim, I completely agree with you as on a personal level, okay, cool. But do I understand why people wouldn't like it or St. Louis wouldn't like it? 1,000% as well.
Yeah. And so, part of his reaction tonight, and I think this plays into it, he hasn't pitched in a while, man. He's just fired up to be out there. I don't know. Maybe there's some history between him and the Cardinals. I mean, it's possible. Like McGill was going after the Blue Jays dugout. Was it the Blue Jays dugout? I believe so. But, he wasn't liking some things that were coming from the opposition's dugout. So these guys, when they don't pitch, especially Abner, when he doesn't pitch for a while, man, I'm so fired up. I'm going to do something crazy. Well, okay. Well, see what happens. You have to receive your punishment either, if there even is any.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, he'll probably just not pitch tomorrow, right? I mean, or something along those lines. He's not going to pitch tomorrow. He won't be available until Friday. Something along those lines. They used him today for a reason. I think at some point we should build this bullpen game tomorrow for the Brewers during this show, because that's interesting. It's just,
Well,
I don't.
why you wouldn't go with Grant Anderson a little bit longer? Why you wouldn't? I mean, what are they going to do to fill 9 tomorrow?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if it is called a bullpen game, but realistically, why couldn't Chad Patrick or Shane Drowan go 5 tomorrow?
You will probably see an attempt at that, yes.
Or DL Hall, even one of those, one
Yep.
of those guys. If they were shoving, if they were dealing, why wouldn't you give them an opportunity? You can have a short leash for 3 or 4 maybe and try to use those 3 guys, but that would be my combination. I think 414-677-1250. Build the Brewers bullpen game tomorrow in your mind. I think that would be a fun one. We should get to a couple of calls here too before we got to get a break again. 414-677-1250. The Nick Law talking text line. Big Dog Chase leaving the game. What's up, Big Dog? Did you have your shirt off today, Big Dog?
No.
No.
I wanted to so bad.
Okay. All right.
I can tell you, those guys, first off, those guys get rowdy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I was on the first level, and I could hear them. I mean, they were doing those chants or roll calls or whatever you call them. And actually, they got Jake Bowers, Garrett Mitchell, and Sal Frelick all to acknowledge them and give them like a head nod or a wave. Or,
yeah. Man of the
like
people.
you do in the Yankee Stadium bleachers.
Nice. That's awesome. What else you got on the game, Big Dog?
And yesterday, Jacob Mizorowski, 12 Ks, just absolutely dominating. I'm going to say this again. If Skeens continues to get lit up, Miz is the top runner for Cy Young.
Well, there are others in the run, though, Big Dog. When you take a look around the league, Christopher Sanchez, he's really dealing. So you do have some other choices there, but the race is tightening. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, also, yeah, I agree with what the Brewers bullpen game's going to look like tomorrow. You can maybe start with like a Chad Patrick, because, I mean, he used to be a starter. I'm quote unquote still believe that he should be.
Okay.
And then go with like a DL Hall or something, then finish with the Duran or vice versa.
Yeah. You know what?
Big
Dog?
Use those 3 guys.
Yeah. I love this kid. If there is ever a guest host, Tommy.
Yeah.
We have our candidate.
Yeah,
here.
Big Dog, of course.
Oh,
yeah. Sparky knows about Big Dog Chase. He already knows. He knows what's going on for sure.
Maybe an inning of Aaron Ashby if we get lucky and Pat wants him to get the win. But
yeah. All business, Big Dog. I like it. Yeah. I mean, okay. So yeah. 3 or 4 guys tomorrow. All good. Anything else, Big Dog, on the game today?
Not really. Am-Fam was rocking tonight.
Am-Fam was rocking.
It sounded like it. That's awesome. Big Dog, man. Always a pleasure, okay?
Yep.
Thanks.
How many games does he get to go to?
I don't know.
So cool.
But he's living it up, man. School's out too, remember? So he's going to be at a bunch of games.
Sparky had to fill out an application for employment too.
Yeah, we'll get him a talent fee. I'm sure. Why can't we get Big Dog Chase sponsored? We can't get any, might as well, right? Yeah, yes. That makes sense. All right, let's keep it going down the line here. Brian's in Valders. What's up, Brian?
Well, guys, I was at the game tonight, and I would like to temper a little bit of our enthusiasm, even though it was a really good win against the Cardinal team, and they're in second place, and happy about the team, happy about everything about it. But really, the whole Abner thing really got me going here, and I'll just tell you, Abner doesn't earn that right to act like that. The last few outings, he has been just. I really don't want him in that closer role, from the simple fact that every time he comes in, he's got to put 2 runners on base, and then he walks off the field like that. And I just, don't get me wrong, I love Abner Uribe, I do, but he's for whatever reason, bullpen lately, we've been putting runners on and not attacking that strike zone and walking. And
well, I mean, Brian, you say he doesn't earn that. If Miz did that, I'd still be like, whoa.
Yeah. Anybody.
Right. And Miz is another story. Miz attacks the zone and goes after the guys. And don't get me wrong, I love Abner. I do. I love McGill. Love all those guys. But for what he did, how he did that tonight, if I was Murph, I would be absolutely irritated by that. And you know what? He shouldn't be in that closer role if he's going to act like that. And I'll be honest with you, the Cardinals are not a bad baseball team. In fact, they're a very good baseball team. They're a young baseball team. And let the sleeping giant lie, and it just bothers me lately, the bullpen here. We need to be better in them late innings. Too many times in the last week we've been just giving it back to teams, and we're lucky we have guys like Mizorowski and Harrison and some of the guys we got. I mean, this is great Brewer baseball right now, and I just want to enjoy it, but an act like that by Uribe tonight just kind of put a downer on it for me, and I just
although Brian, do you like a player that plays with emotion, or do you just not like what he did there?
I love a player with emotion. I love a player, like Mizorowski. When he strikes someone out, he's smiling, he's cheering for himself. He's not looking at the dugout to do what Uribe does. I love emotion on the field. In fact, I encourage kids to play with emotion when they're playing, but not to that extreme tonight. And we're better than that. We're better than that. And I just wanted to say that because for the simple fact is, I think sometimes we overlook some of this, and I think Murph's going to be all on that. I'd be curious to hear what his post game will be, because to me, I'd be embarrassed by that if I was him.
Well, so it's great you bring that up, Brian. Thanks for the call, my man.
Sounds good. See you later.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil too much of Murph's presser, but we do have a lot of tweets coming in from it. And the quote is, "That's unacceptable. I don't know what got over him. I mean, he's been an emotional guy, but that kind of thing, that's just not how we do things. And I was embarrassed by it."
Yeah. See, it's the content and where it was directed.
Yeah.
Those are the two things. Now, if you want to let out a banshee scream and just go crazy like Trevor McGill has done, like Jacob Mizorowski has done, there's a lot of fist pumping going on. It's not directed at the other guys. That's more Milwaukee. That's a little bit more professional. The emotional part of it, agreed. Don't take that away from him. You just got to straighten out the style, I guess. I mean, oh man.
Do a crotch chop. Do a crotch chop right now on air. Come on.
I don't want to. No, because it's all in perpetuity.
Yeah.
It'll all just live forever.
It lives forever.
Yeah. Tim was doing some OnlyFans stuff. All right, we'll take a break. Continue to take your calls. Emotion out of control for Abner, but a big Brewers 6-0 victory over the Cardinals. They take the game in the series. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen talking Brewers here. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. All right, the Brewers get the victory, and that's the main thing. Garrett Mitchell, a 3-run home run in this game. Contreras just does what he does. He doesn't wait. He just does what he does quickly.
Yeah.
It was a 6-zip Brewers victory. And Kyle Harrison might be the best and quietest season ever in a Brewers uniform.
Ooh.
Nobody is going crazy over Harrison. We're just starting to now.
Yeah.
Collectively, I'm saying, as a Brewer fan base. You know, there's probably Brewer fans right now. We're only 52 games in here. They're saying, who's this Kyle Harrison? I mean, we're so used to Burns, Woody, Peralta. But now Kyle Harrison, a 1.57 earned run average, just throws shutout baseball, 2 runs or less every time he goes out there. It's amazing. And talking about the bullpen, what would this bullpen be right now if Brewers starters weren't eating up innings like they are?
Yeah, good point.
Ooh, we'd probably have many, many roster moves because of it. Hey, Justin, we'll get you in here before the break here on the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line 414-677-1250. What's up, Jay?
Hi, guys, man. May 26, 2020. I don't know, 26. That's what we're in, Tommy. I'm going to go ahead and make this proclamation right now. Mizorowski and Harrison are the best 1-2 combo in all of baseball. And I don't care what you want to say. Fight your mother if you got a problem with it. So, William Contreras is also the best catcher in baseball, by the way. 10-game. And Jake Bowers. I used to not look at. Sorry, Tommy. I used to look at him. I used to listen to him. My boy, Tommy. Hey, man, Tommy got this man crush on this dude. What the hell is Tommy talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Tommy's 1,000% correct.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Bowers is him. He's him. And that's it.
Justin,
Get that man to Philadelphia.
you give me the vibe, Justin, that you've crotch chopped in a baseball game once or twice before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Because I was trying to stay on the other side, but yeah, let's get to it.
Okay.
We're wondering if Tommy can do a tutorial for me on the YouTube stream, on the video stream.
Oh, I got you.
To teach me how to do that.
You got it, Tim. You've done a crotch chop before.
Tim, you're so legendary. You'd have the best crotch chop of all time. But
I don't think I want to do it because it just sit there on the video and everyone would then they chop it out of that and then they'd send it out.
Oh, I want you to do it just so I can clip it for us.
Right,
yes. Yeah,
exactly.
That's exactly what I want you to do. Okay, Justin, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, Tim, no, that's great. Tim's probably the last guy in my life that suspended me. Got a lot of suspensions, my principals and junior high teachers and all of them are listed. Tim's the last guy that ever suspended me in my life. So if I get suspended now, I just give him a crotch chop and walk out the building. I love Brian from Valdez. I do. I love that dude. Met that dude. Awesome guy. Shout out to Big Dog Chase too. That dude, that kid is amazing. He's just a great young dude. But yeah, Brian, my brother, completely disagree. Here's why I disagree. We don't know what those Cardinals are saying to this dude. The same thing with the PCA stuff. We don't know. We only saw a small snippet of what that woman said to PCA, and I'm not getting on the PCA bandwagon. But by the way, if they make a shirt in Brewers colors, I might buy it. By the way, Tommy, just saying.
But you're right on some chirp may have been coming out of the Cardinal bullpen or dugout, and I don't know if there's any history that Uribe has with St. Louis. Maybe there is.
No, preach, Tim. And then here's the other thing with Murph, right? Because this is what I believe about Murph. I don't know the guy. You two know him a lot better than I do. But I think that Murph's like, hey, man, we can't be doing that stuff out in public, but good job. You tell your division rival to DX. I can say DX, right, Tommy? That's okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You give him the Shawn Michaels and the Hunter Hearst Helmsley treatment, the Triple H, and that's what we want you to see the rest of this year. Matter of fact, that dummy down there in Chicago from Whitefish Bay, you can hold that too. You dummies in Pittsburgh, you can hold it. And matter of fact, Cincinnati, you can hold the crotch chop too.
Yeah.
And if we're at it, Dave Roberts, you and anybody associated with you can hold it too. Like, this is our year. It's a championship year. So crotch chop to everybody that's not a Brewer. Hold it.
You've just received.
Free the diabetics. Garrett Mitchell with yard tonight. I'm gone.
You've just received your first radio crotch chop.
Yeah. Yeah. Ha.
No, I still disagree with the content.
Correct.
I do, but I love the emotion. But I do agree with him. We don't know what the Cardinals did, before that or during that or whatever. I don't know. We'll talk more after the break here. Main thing, Brewers get another victory, 12 games over 500, and we're talking about it. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, 6-zip. Brewers beat the Cardinals. Welcome back, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios across the great state of Wisconsin. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, 6-zip. Brewers take game 2 of this 3-game series, and they've won 5 of their last 6 series. And a little bit of a roll here. 12 games over 500. Anybody want to talk about a Caleb Durbin deal?
Oh,
ouch.
Or should we look up the Cubs score today for anyone also on top of it? Oh,
yeah.
12-1. It was close. It was close today.
10 straight the Cubs have lost. But that Durbin deal, look at Kyle Harrison. Vinny Rotino on Brewers TV broke it down. I don't know if you caught that, Tommy, what exactly they did with his arm positioning to kind of recreate his success here.
Yeah.
It was really, really interesting. I don't understand how Vinny Rotino is not in a uniform as a coach somewhere.
Well, we were talking about this with Paul Wagner earlier today, too, on is it really possible that Kyle Harrison made it all the way to the major leagues, played for now 3 Major League Baseball teams, and he was being coached wrong on every team before that?
It could be, yeah. Or the Brewers' guidance is just that good. He was still good, but the Brewers' guidance and theories and really their protocol on that type of pitcher is just that much better than other teams.
He was also really reliant on the breaking stuff compared to his fastball today. The slurve was getting a lot more outs than the fastball was, and I think it had higher usage in a couple of innings, which it never does.
Still working on the change a little bit. That's coming along. And he utilized the fastball a lot his last time out.
Right.
But, that Durbin deal, and I know you guys talked about it on the air, on the Mason Crosby show, and we've discussed that throughout, leading into spring training, that what a chance they took with letting Durbin go, trading him. The other guys, I don't think anybody's going to miss them. No offense to Monasterio Siegler, but it was the name Durbin, and but Drowan and Harrison and Hamilton played some nice D despite the error in the first inning.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really rough look in the first inning. But to your point, it is the easy front runner, and it felt like it was going to be hard to beat last year, but it's the front runner for Matt Arnold's best trade.
I told you that earlier this year. It may be the best trade he's ever made.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or Vaughn, right?
Yeah,
Vaughn for Savale. I don't even know where is Aaron Savale. Where is he now?
He's somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Right. He's
there.
He's alive. That's all we got on Aaron Savale.
Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. We're going to hear from Abner Uribe in just a second. I want to take this time, however, right now, Tommy, to wish get well wishes to our boy Jeff Orlowski, the Polish pipe bomb. Went under the knife today, and I did hear from him.
Okay.
He's okay.
Good.
And he's strong, and he's convicted. Well, in more ways than one. And he'll be better.
Okay, good.
And so we want to wish you the best, man.
We love you, Pipe.
I know he's tuned in. I know post gamers, along with myself and you guys, you Tommy as well. We love him. He's just such a good dude.
Great dude.
So thumbs up, Pipe Bomb. Keep your head up. You'll get better. You got some great people working with you. So, all right. Abner Uribe went a little sideways tonight in that 8th inning. And through a translator, we're going to hear from Abner Uribe and catch his side of the story. Check this out.
Abner, can you explain just kind of what you were thinking or feeling out there to react the way that you did?
Puedes describir tus emociones ahí para reaccionar como tú reaccionaste. Bueno, primero que todo, yo creo que todos me conocen de la forma que soy, lo emocionante que soy cuando estoy afuera, pero no podemos tapar el sol con un ojo y lo que hice hoy afuera no estuvo bien. O sea, no es algo aceptable, ¿sí me entiendes? Solo me dejé llevar por la emoción y algo que no estuvo bien. Le debo una disculpa a mis compañeros, cada uno de los jefes del equipo y todo, pero al final yo creo que lo hice mal, pero creo que lo que estaba haciendo el manager de ellos no era lo correcto, haciendo señas de que le va a pegar a uno de los jugadores de nosotros y hoy pasó un altercado en la práctica. Entonces, eso me hizo llevar al lugar donde llegué hoy, pero no es algo aceptable.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, everyone here knows me, knows who I am, and knows I have a bit of a history of being emotional out there. But again, I think first I owe an apology to the Brewers. I owe an apology to my teammates, to my manager, all the bosses of the team. I understand that that's unacceptable to go out there and to react in a way like that. But at the same time, I don't think it's professional for their manager to be making signs towards our dugout saying that he's going to be hitting guys. And there was an event that occurred during the practice today too, and I don't think that was right. So I have my teammates back always.
What happened? That event with the Cardinals earlier.
¿Qué pasó en la práctica hoy con la manager?
I mean, no tengo comentarios sobre.
I don't have any comments towards that.
And then also things during the game he was signaling?
Y también estaba haciendo señas durante el juego.
Sí, ayer.
Yes, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Signaling that they were going to hit you guys?
Que iban de pelotazo a nosotros.
Oh, sí, esa era la seña que él estaba haciendo. Cada vez que Yelio Contreras iba a batear, la seña de él era que se la pegaran o lo que sea.
Yeah, that was the sign he was doing. Every time Yelly or Williams stepped up to the plate, that's a gesture he was making in the dugout.
Does that go back to the previous series with them, Abner? Was there history there?
¿Eso vuelve a la serie anterior contra ellos? ¿Había historia ahí? O?
Para mí no creo que historia, porque al final del día soy alguien que o pasó lo que pasó y ya para mí mañana no importa, ¿sí me entiende? Entonces todo depende del día, pero como dije anterior, no es algo profesional, ¿sí me entiende? Y como jugador que soy, y entiendo el punto de persona quien soy, entonces no me gusta que mis compañeros salgan con miedo de jugar, ¿sí me entiende? Que tienen que de que el equipo contrario le dé un pelotazo o algo así, ¿sí me entiende? Entonces también me gusta que entiendan de que ellos tienen la protección aquí de su lado.
No, I don't necessarily think so. The type of person I am and how I think, I take things very much day to day. But at the same time, when, like I said, I don't think it's very professional for them to be making gestures like that. And I don't think it's right for any of my guys to be going out there with any sort of fear in their heads that we may be getting thrown at or they can't play the game the way that they want to be able to play. So I want to make sure it's also clear that my teammates in here know that I have their back and I'm on their side.
All right, there it is.
As if we needed another reason to hate the Cardinals.
I mean, you kind of knew something like that was going to come out of this, right? There was no way. I mean, Abner is an emotional guy and animated on the mound, but it was directed at their dugout.
Oh, clearly, yes. Now, if there was, again, to Justin's point, who had just checked in, there's more to the story. And so we have to hold off sometimes on our reaction because there's more to the story. Now, again, I don't have a problem in looking over. I don't have a problem with, some gestures, certain kinds, but not that one. And that's why he apologized. I think he got lit up by his boss.
Oh,
I think Murph lit him up.
Absolutely was told to apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, for sure.
You will address this now.
Yes.
Super interesting. Now, this does lay a different landscape for tomorrow's game, does it not? Maybe.
If someone gets hit on the Brewers tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
The Brewers.
Yelich for sure. If he's in that lineup.
Someone's getting hit, right?
Maybe the leadoff hitter.
Thrown at in some way.
Vaughn's leading off tomorrow.
Oh, God. No, we need to put a psycho up at who's the most likely. See, this is like Who's the most
crazy.
likely to start a fight? We should put Abner. Just lead off Abner tomorrow.
Yes, one
Just
at bat.
go ahead.
That would be awesome.
Lead him off and just
That'd
see
be
what
incredible.
happens, and then let's get a fight going right there. Oh, you know what? You know what the answer is? Gary Sanchez.
There you go.
You lead off Gary Sanchez and throw at him. Go ahead, mess with that guy.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I mean, it's interesting. He said the history didn't go back to last year, and I applaud Abner Uribe for addressing the media and addressing the fans here through this platform and social media, obviously. That is really cool that he's doing that. He could have easily have said no comment on any of it. I'm just going to apologize and then go on my way. He sort of explained that part of it. And again, it makes me understand it a little bit more because it's 6-0 at the time. And that surprised me that sort of emotion was coming out. I mean, I could see a 1-run game in the 8th inning setting up McGill for the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a huge strikeout, and he's going to, scream that way, maybe toward the Cardinal dugout. But at 6-0 and getting out of an inning, getting out of a jam and doing this, it's, again, I'm going to point to the content, because if that's true, what the Cardinals were doing, what Marmol was doing, ooh, that's another level too.
Sure. Yeah. Let's keep going down the Nicolay Law Talking text line, 414-677-1250. The Nicolay Law Talking text line. Bodie's out in Waukesha. What's up, Bodie?
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's
How
up,
we
Bodie?
been doing?
Doing great. How you doing, Bodie?
We're doing good. Me and a couple of family members of mine were at the game today, and what a time to be alive! Just we're cruising through the division. Cubs lost their 10th in a row.
10th in a row.
Their downfall is just so much fun to watch at this point. But now going with the Brewers, we're like, we came to play today and we played well. This was a good performance by this team. Great fielding, great batting, amazing outing by Kyle Harrison. Only allowed 2 hits, I'm pretty sure.
I think 4.
Harrison, 4 hits today, 2 strikeouts, no runs today, Bodie.
No walks.
No walks either, yeah.
But yeah, we shut out the Cardinals. Jake Bowers had a bomb.
Stud.
Were you there, Bodie? Bodie, were you there when Abner Uribe lost his mind a little bit?
I was still at the seats to that point, but not much longer. I was in the terrace level.
Okay. Yeah.
What did you think of what he did?
I didn't notice it. My mom pointed that out, and she said, "Ooh," and she said, "He gave him one of these, and then did what he did." I'm like,
you have a cool mom.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it just shows like how like it just goes to show how incredibly like immature but also funny at the same time that is.
Yeah.
That's a decent way to put it. And interestingly enough, Bodie's cool mom is the one that PCA was talking to a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. Oh, man. Bodie, anything else on the game?
Not really. Just a great atmosphere to be in. And AmFam was rocking tonight. And great game to go to.
Yeah,
awesome.
Bodie, we love you, man.
Thanks, Bodie.
For checking
Thanks,
in.
Bodie. Yeah, awesome. I do think that Abner Uribe addressing it is a better look for him than it was in the moment, right? To your point, Tim.
You could kind of tell how stern he was
Yeah.
and business-like he was, just the tone of his voice. Now, obviously we had to hear through the interpreter, but you could hear that he was affected by this. Yes.
Well, he's an emotional guy. He's a team guy. He wanted it to be known that he was apologizing to his team, not to the Cardinals during this. It was, I'm sorry for my actions representing the Brewers, and sorry to my teammates and to the bosses. He never said, I'm sorry, St. Louis Cardinals, for any of his actions.
No, because there's so much emotion that runs through this level of competition. I guess you could say it trickles all the way down to, T-ball at times with some craziness going on with parents. But I mean, at that level, the emotional part of it, sometimes you lose control a little bit. You just do, and you do things that, that normally you wouldn't do. I mean, Tommy, I've done so many things on the air that I probably would be a better idea if I didn't. Going through some rants over the years, but it's just the emotions that run through at any level, really. But at this level, between those guys, if their fuse is lit and they feel they're justified in those kind of antics, it's too late already.
Right.
It's too late already. If the Cardinals dugout and Oliver Marmol lit that fuse for that guy, they're probably picking the wrong dude. Go to Jake Woodford reserve and maybe gesture to him. But again, I think the content was out of line. I didn't think the emotional part of it was.
Well, it's over now. We'll see what happens tomorrow with the response, because I'm sure there'll be a response tomorrow.
I would be surprised if there weren't, but then we've been surprised before. I remember on this very show over the years, almost guaranteeing that someone's getting hit tomorrow. I mean, there's going to be a brawl tomorrow. And nothing happened. And not one thing happened. It was just your standard 7-1 Brewers win, and boom, nothing happened. So that wouldn't surprise me either, but it does kind of feel like something may go down tomorrow. If you're the Cardinals, what would you do?
Yeah, I mean, something's going down tomorrow. I mean, just for sure.
We're going to hear from all parties, and that includes Pat Murphy. Not pleased, and I don't know this for sure. Tommy and I don't know this for sure, but I'd bet on it. If there were a line on it, I'd put a lot of money on it that Pat Murphy had a stern conversation with Abner Uribe.
I'll see if I can find Ollie Marmol in post game here too. If I can sniff that out.
See if he had anything to say, too, if there's anything out there. Okay, we'll take a break and hear from Pat Murphy on the other side. Brewers win 6-0, game 2 of a 3-game series over the Cardinals. High watermark, the first-place Brewers at 32-20, and we're talking about it. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Here's a little tidbit for you. 6 of the last 7 games, the Brewers have had a 3-0 lead.
Oh, 6-7. Nice.
6-7. I don't know what to do with you.
I can't believe you 6-7'd on video before you crotch chopped. That is no one in the history of following Tim Allen could have possibly predicted that.
Well, maybe 15 years ago, I might have done the crotch job. Maybe. That probably would have. I still can't rule it out. Oliver Marmol with a quote.
I have just some from Cardinals beat writers. Looking around from Jeff Jones, who covers the Cardinals for Believe, said Marmol punted here. Said it seemed like Murphy and their dugout were going to handle it. They clearly spoke on the field, and he didn't want to share a lot about that conversation.
Well, nothing about what Uribe was saying, that the Cardinals were doing.
Correct.
So
yeah.
Marmol didn't allude to that at all, did he?
No, of
course not.
I have nothing here as of late. Just going through there might be something that pops up tomorrow for public access. It looks like on the way the Cardinals update post-game feeds on MLB.com, but I don't have any sound that's gone out on Twitter or anything. Maybe the Cardinals beat gets a little bit special access or something, but no, I'm not getting anything quite yet. I'll keep an eye out. Maybe we can get it by the end of the show.
All right. Before we get to Pat Murphy, let's hear from Michael in South Milwaukee, who felt the need to dial us in. What's going on, Michael?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys, I agree with you, especially talking about just the situation. It was probably a little bit of an over-the-top reaction from Uribe, but I was sitting there at the game today. I'm like, there has to be something we don't know about what happened here, and it certainly felt like there was more to it than what had happened. So I don't think it was great in the situation, but it certainly sounds like the Cardinals and Brewers had something going on behind closed doors that we as fans didn't know. So I don't really love it, but I kind of get it based on what I'm hearing out of both sides here.
Yeah, Mike, but I think you would agree that the emotion sent to that dugout, sent to that side of the field, sent to the opposition, that's fine. But it was the content is that probably that got to Murph. That's my guess.
I agree. He wasn't the sharpest tonight. You're up 6-0. I don't know if that was the exact moment to do it. You're throwing as many balls as strikes, and it's a 6-0 game. I don't know that it was a great move, and I would have loved to have been in the dugout because does the translator share the body language that Pat Murphy has when he's telling Abner what's being said? I mean, I'm sure it doesn't need a translator with the body language that Pat Murphy had, but I got to think it had to be pretty funny to see how that got translated when he got back in the dugout.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Mike. Hey, thanks for the call. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, it's one of the things that Tommy, you and I talked about in spring training. You're young enough. You're probably going to be doing this for a while. I highly recommend bilingual.
Yeah,
I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
I mean, if I could roll back, that's maybe the only regret I have in this show ever. One regret ever with the show is not 20 years ago learning Spanish.
Yeah, I know. My mother speaks it too, so I should have been on a fast track. And
these days online, you could probably pick it up a lot cheaper than taking a class or buying it online. But all right, yeah, that would be interesting to hear how that was transferred back and forth for sure. But I think more details will come out on this as we move along, as Tommy said. But let's get to Pat Murphy's side of things.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Yeah, exactly. I think he pitched tonight. He wasn't as crisp as he's been, but that's a good hitting team, and he did great. I thought he did great. I think he executed pitches. William and him worked together. I thought it was really good. So. Yeah. I think it was really good. I think it was really good how he did that. And it really was the difference maker, I think. You know what I mean? He didn't have his best heater, but he had, he had good enough stuff to keep him off balance, made some good pitches. We played great defense behind him,
What did you like about the poise you've seen from him in situations where 2 on, no one out, even other out?
He may be a rookie in terms of, I don't know how many starts. What do we got here? Jesus Christ. Huh?
Career, you mean?
Yeah. I don't know what that categorizes him as, but he those experiences helped him because you can see he's not acting like a rookie. He's his poise is much better than that. And yeah. Yeah, it was great. I always kid him that he can't jump, but he proved me wrong right in front of the whole world. So that'll be on ESPN at some point because that was. Is that who shows the great plays? Is it still ESPN or is it? They still do. He'll make that. That was pretty special. And the play in the hole was incredible. So, yeah, he's a great athlete. Great athlete. He had some good at bats too. The first 2 at bats were good. It just had nothing to show for it. But, yeah, that's unacceptable. Yeah, it's just unacceptable. I don't know what got over him. I mean, he's been an emotional guy, but that kind of thing, that's just not how we do things. And I was embarrassed by it. And why are we doing it? It's 6-0 game. What are we doing there? And there must be something deeper that I don't know about. I love the kid. Believe me, I love the kid. There's so much good in this kid. He's been so great for us in so many ways, but that's unacceptable. So whatever's going on, he can't tolerate that for his teammates and for everything else. It's just not. It's not going to be tolerated. That's all there's to it. So.
Process-wise, Murph, is that already able?
Well, I've already talked to him about it, but we haven't. I wouldn't be surprised if MLB did something. You know what I mean? Like that's just you don't do that. Okay, we all have emotions. We all feel things and have our personal likes and dislikes. But and emotions run high. We understand that. Home runs, strikeouts, 9th inning saves. The thing that I think about is if that challenge got overturned, you got to reset and go back out there and pitch. This is Major League Baseball. Guys can reset, boom, base hit, dumper, homer, and all of a sudden it's 6-5. So it's like, that kind of stuff is just there's no place for it. If you're trying to be a really good team, if you're trying to repeat the kind of things we've done the last couple of years, if you're trying to do that and more, that stuff there's no part of it in the game. Yeah. So you'll know about what's next there.
Do you have to tell us who's going to open the game tomorrow?
Yeah, one or the other. TBA or TBA, one of those.
TBA or TBG?
I like it. You know what? I like having you around.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game. Brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
I have a feeling where you're leaning in a 6-zip shutout. Sometimes you look at the first run, insured a victory. G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. But, there was the 2-run double by Contreras.
Oh, Jake Bowers.
Bowers, a deep drive to right. Back is Walker, still back, and Bowers wins. 1-0 Brewers on the 8th home run of the year by Bowers.
Sorry, Jake interrupted you there. One more time.
Bowers, a deep drive to right. Back is Walker, still back, and Bowers wins. 1-0 Brewers on the 8th here by Bowers.
I heard that Marmal was saying he was going to hit players because Jake was trying to hit his guys in the bullpen when he said one.
That's right. That's what caused this whole thing.
Great tweet that came from Scott. Scott tweets at me all the time. Scott tails my parlays all the time on Twitter. Garrett Mitchell's homer, I think, went an official 421 feet. Here, you listen, see how far it went.
And Mitchell tried to center. It's back. It is gone. 3-run bomb for Garrett Mitchell.
Yeah, it sounded like 421, right? Somewhere around there.
420.
Yeah. He said 371 in Wrigley Field all day.
Yeah, probably. Into the basket.
I said A+ tweet, Scott, no business being this hilarious. That was my reply back. But
highlights there on Brewers TV, levering on those calls right there. The two by Bowers, the two highlights.
Yeah.
And one from Mitchell.
Yeah, well, either one of them probably could have been today's insurance runs of the game. And running a business is like a championship run. One bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specialize in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer a tailored solution for restaurants, professional liability, and workers' comp. They represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield. Online at g2ins.com. Your friend in insurance.
Kyle Harrison's last 3 starts. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been amazing. Do we have time to hear from Harrison?
Oh, we got time for Kyle.
This one today was like, just go out and compete and keep trying to put up zeros, and defense did some great, some hell of plays behind me. Hammy, Bryce. I mean, geez, what a day for those guys. So, no, but definitely didn't have the swing and miss stuff per se, but just glad I battled out there.
What was the defensive play of the day for you today?
Well, too many to say, but I mean, Hammy did a really good job over there today and handles his own for sure.
We saw you working on the nail before you went out.
Yeah.
Was that part of what you're talking about with what you're feeling?
No, I mean, that's just normal housekeeping stuff that I kind of had to figure out now. Preventing cuts, preventing this and that from the other finger cutting the thumb, that, the resting finger on the changeup. So just little stuff that I feel like I got to test out during spring training and now just reapplying, every inning.
Now when you don't have your best swing and this stuff, do you change or alter how you're pitching, your approach?
No, not necessarily. I'd say that it just it's more of an emphasis to try and get it done. For example, today, I didn't think I did a good job throwing into the righties and having anything tunnel off of that. So for me, it's like, all right, let's get on the work in between the week to, hit my spots. That's really all it comes down to.
Was it good for your confidence, or when you don't have your best stuff and you put up 6 scoreless?
Yeah, honestly, haven't done it too much. So I'm liking to see the no walks, attacking each hitter. So those are some things I've been really proud of myself on. And when you got a defense like this, just go out and do that, man. So you don't need the punches, but they're good to have. But no, it's when you got a defense like this, why not use it?
Do you think that breaking ball kind of played a role second and third time through, just getting through without your best fastball?
100%. Giving them something to stay in between on. Was able to kind of get that more down in the zone later in the game, I thought. So just throwing it with more conviction. As everything, but definitely slider helped.
How much does having that defense behind you help you when maybe you have first and second, nobody out in those scenarios where you're trying to keep your poise, but trying to trust your stuff?
At that point, I'm just like, let me go get a ground ball. Let me let the guys work and get me back in that dugout. So, yeah, it's not necessarily like overpower each pitch now. It's more like let's pitch and let's have a plan up there and let's use these guys.
There he is, Kyle Harrison after the game, Timbo.
I mean, he alluded. I think Hunter was there asking the question about the 2-on, nobody out. And that, to me, I thought that was one of the biggest tipping points in this game. And you heard Pat Murphy allude to that too. That was a moment in this game. And especially to get out of that with 2 outs, 2 on against Walker. And this, well, I don't know if you guys have checked out Walker's numbers. But that dude's good.
Oh, yeah. He's a stud.
All right. We're going to rewind on the other side here. I think you'll find this one really, really interesting. If you're a longtime listener of this show, I went crazy the night this happened. It was a game against the Cardinals. It just was. I think we were on for 3.5 hours that night. All right, there was some name calling from someone I'll leave nameless right now, but you'll find out after the break here. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, 6-zip. Brewers beat the Cardinals. We'll be back. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Final few minutes of the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and a 6-zip Brewers victory over the Cardinals.
Nice crotch chops.
Yeah, me too. You did on video?
Yeah, I just did it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think we could do that.
Well, I just did.
That's unacceptable.
What are we going to do? Watch, I'm going to go, right there. I doubled it right there.
It is not going to surprise me based on what I heard from Pat Murphy. The one line in there, he said, we'll see what happens. It's not going to surprise me if there's some discipline action.
From the team?
It just wouldn't surprise me, Tommy.
That's...
I know. Rated G for Pat Murphy.
I get getting ripped a new one from Abner Reed, like from Pat Murphy. I get that. Yes. Totally. And I get Pat Murphy being, quote, embarrassed or ashamed of the actions. Apologize. Go on. You can't tell me of any player on this Brewers team who's the most likely to crotch chop someone. Abner Uribe was at the top by a lot.
Yes.
By a lot.
If someone was going to do it, it was going to be him.
Yes. So, quite frankly, apologize. We don't do that thing. Don't let it happen again. Move on.
Okay, good. I hope you're right. But knowing Murph, you never know.
Yeah, I guess.
You just don't know. All right. So years ago on this show, we were going crazy. There was a situation with the Cardinals and Tony La Russa. There had been several, but this one took the cake. And it was at the point where, he tried to teach me about how many bones are in the hand.
Yep.
You can't pitch up and in on Pujols. Yes, you can pitch up and in on Pujols. Yes, you can. Or on anyone else. But La Russa didn't have some kind things to say. Now this is some older audio, so it's going to be a little funky, right?
Yeah, just you get the picture of it.
All right, check it out.
Yeah, a little scary. They almost got him yesterday, and there's nothing intentional about it. They just run the ball right in here. That's why all these idiots up there, all the fans are yelling. How many bones are on the hand, how many bones are on the face? That's what those pitches are. And Braun, we were trying to pitch him in too. That's just a little stinger. So I don't even want to hear about it. Braun get a little pop in the back for we almost lose this guy in several ways, and we almost lost him yesterday too. Ball for him was a dangerous pitch. The ball was wrong. Look, that's what the ball flew off. Look, you don't think they were intentionally trying to throw the ball in there? Maybe they want to hit him. Well, we weren't trying to hit Braun here. We went at the ball because they're hardest thrower. Huh? You went at the ball because they're hardest thrower. I'm going to tell you, you asked my opinion, right? We did not hit Braun on purpose. We threw two balls in there.
They drilled him.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy, I'm telling you, it was direct shot right to Braun's torso.
I mean,
come on.
Like,
I think that was Greg Matzik.
How?
That was challenging La Russa. Good for you, Greg.
Good for you, Greg. Yeah. Shout out to Greg Matzik. I'm sorry. I know what Craig did was awful, and rightfully so. You should be mad and hate him and do whatever you want from a professional baseball standpoint. He's just not worse than Tony La Russa to me. I'm sorry. I can't get up. La Russa, total jag, always was, and does not want to be friendly at all when dealing with Brewers. At least Craig maybe was just naive in a way, or at least is pretending to be naive about the situation. Although we were talking with Paul Wagner, we should send Craig George Webb burgers if they get to 13. Because he's never had it, obviously, before. If they get to 13 losses in a row.
Is it 12 or 13? I thought it was 12.
I guess it is 12, right? Yeah, it is 12 for...
That's two more.
That's only two more. Like, imagine if he gets... George Webb should do burgers for 12 losses for the Cubs.
A burger down there.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. But again, to the point, I can't stand Tony La Russa. And this game was back August 3rd of 2011. Braun was 2 for 4. Craig did pinch hit for Braun in this game as well. One of my all-time guys,
Seth McClung.
No, good one from West Virginia. So shout out to Seth McClung. I do know that much about him. But this was his second stint in which he was also really good in his second stint, but not quite as good in his first stint. Felipe Lopez.
There's your guy.
Oh, man, dude. Felipe Lopez was my guy. Terrible on the bases. Just always ran into and out on the bases.
True.
But that guy could hit. When he came to Milwaukee. I don't know what it was. I loved Felipe Lopez.
Did I mention yesterday that my son, or the other day, taught me about bunting a little bit when you're a base runner?
Yeah, if it's up, stay, down, go.
Down, go, up, you go back. I think it was Felipe Lopez. I do. I think it was him.
He was so bad at running the bases, Tim. I just remember him running into outs all the time. I mean, maybe it happened 4 times, but he's only here for half a year, so it felt like a lot. I loved Felipe Lopez, man. Such a random Brewer that I can remember being so impactful in my fandom.
Now, as much as La Russa can be nut job, I will say this, Tommy, one hell of a manager.
I don't care. Screw him.
Well, I'm just saying.
No respect. No respect. No respect. I don't care what he did.
Oakland, what he did in Chicago, what he did in St. Louis. Now, the second time through Chicago, not good.
That's what I got. All on Tony La Russa. All of it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call him right now. I'm going to call him an idiot right now. That's me proclaiming, Tony La Russa, you are an idiot here.
He called Brewers fans idiots. Oh, not idiots, the fans in the stands. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Unieski Betancourt had a hit in this game. Corey Hart. Jerry Hairston Jr. was 1 for 1. Mark Kotze. That's a name I don't think we've heard yet in the rewind. Casey McGee had 3 home runs in this game.
Casey Buster McGee.
Did he have 3 home runs in this game?
Good for you, Casey.
I'm sorry. I didn't really look until the stat line right there. Randy Wolf, casual 6-inning game. George Kataris, Niger Morgan, also good ones to bring up. Yeah. I'm sorry, Casey. If I would have looked.
Bickford? Oh, that came later.
Dude, Phil Bickford before today. You should have seen the mental gymnastics we were going through to try to come up with Phil Bickford's name. Gosh,
it's crazy.
We
found him.
We got him. We got him.
Found him.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for us here tonight as the Brewers win game 2. They'll go after the sweep tomorrow in a day game. We all love day games, don't we?
I love day games.
I don't like them.
I know.
Tommy, you've got the leadoff show prior to game 3 as the Brewers going after the sweep.
11:30 to 12:30 leadoff show. We're going to interrupt 9 to noon. We're going to go through into the Mason Crosby show, and then we're going to interrupt Wisconsin Sports Daily with the post-game show. It's a lot of us tomorrow.
We are. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show after the game tomorrow afternoon, and we'll see what happens. If there's any repercussions of Abner Uribe's antics, we'll find out. After the game on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. For Tommy Wortz, my name is Tim Allen. You guys have a great night. 6-zip the final and smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.